to sort of, we kind of felt like it wasn't always an even exchange. And we traveled around the world, in the U.S., and they gone to places and spoke and so forth, and wanted to find a way to kind of bring that back here and share it. Now, there's a few things. One thing is, in this study I was reading recently, talking about what makes you feel good, what makes you feel happy. And now, it says some of the things that make you feel happy are friends and family. Another thing that makes you feel happy is exercise. Another thing that makes you feel happy is time. So actually there is a reward that it feels pretty good to come and share information freely. We find out when others share information freely, they feel good as well. And that's what really this is all about, is about doing things that make you feel good. While we get into business, we're looking to improve or to enhance our life. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so one thing we look to do is to find ways to help each other feel better about what we're doing and share what works.
Now, the other purpose of it is this. This is not just Kenneth and Charles. This is everyone in this room as a collective. We're here to educate, teach, and help each other become successful in the real estate profession. Now, some of you are investors, some of you are agents, some of you have insurance companies, some of you have construction companies, some of you have auction companies. You all are real estate professionals. You all are servicing the real estate industry. So as a whole, as a collective, there's a way in which we as a group can help each other. And that's one of the foundations of the Real Deal Investment Club. Now, we usually start each and every meeting off with an introduction, or what we like to call our 30-second elevator pitch. That's where you get up, say exactly what you do, what you're looking for in regards to the real estate profession, and give us your information in regards to you. And we'll start with this side of the room. I'm going right here in the blue, and we'll work our way down.
My name is Karen Brunner, and I'm with a group called New Market Investment Group, New Market, Maryland, and looking to focus on emerging markets, and especially in the Baltimore area, multifamily, and that's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nadia Hardy. I'm with Century 21 downtown, and I'm also starting my own little investment company. And this is my second time here, and I appreciate the help of everyone, trying to get some new ideas and things. Thank you.
Welcome, Nadia.
Good morning. My name is Daryl Jacobs. I actually sell HUD homes. I'm actually a wholesaler of Baltimore City, Baltimore County. If anybody's interested, you can give me a call at 443-992-5973. It's my second time here. Thank you.
You got a flyer over there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Perfect.
Good morning. My name is Clarence O. I'm a wholesaler and a landlord.
Welcome, Clarence.
Good morning. My name is Jamal Daniels. I'm a new real estate agent with Keller Williams. I'll be out there. Done everything possible.
We got a bunch of agents here.
Good morning. I'm Elizabeth Fair. I'm looking to get into property management.
Property management. One of your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Used to be.
Yeah.
Before assisted living.
My name is Elsa, and doing buy and hold, and just on my first deal, and really learned something about landlording.
Perfect. What you want to learn about landlording, don't do it. You know? I'm just joking. Just kidding. I love landlord. Go ahead.
How you guys doing? My name is Stacy Williams. I'm trying to get into a wholesaling. I'm actually starting from the ground up, so I'm trying to find someone hopefully to show me the ropes.
He said that word.
And it's been like making my skin just crawl, but he doesn't know me yet. So I'm debating, should I say something or shouldn't I?
The word you don't want to say is try it.
Yeah, it's
Well, what I do wholesale.
You are doing wholesaling. You came here today to find out, or connect with somebody who's going to show you the ropes.
Yes, sir.
And that's what's going to happen, right?
Because you sir. Somebody that big, I call him sir. Go ahead.
Hi everybody, good morning. My name is Ed Bryan. I'm with Connect Investors, and I'm looking for investors who's also looking to automate their business on the internet. I have free websites.
Welcome.
How you doing? My name is Steve Williams. I'm with Nova Home Buyers of Hyattsville, Maryland. We're a residential redevelopment company and a real estate investment company. We're looking in mainly the Montgomery County area, as well as County area, so for wholesale.
speak up, guys, because these individuals here, believe it or not, after these meetings, deals happen. People make money from actually what you say and how you present it. So when you're giving your presentation, speak up so the room can hear, and that way you'll be able to get some networking skills with individuals in this room.
Good morning, everyone. Good on what? My name is Calvin Peters. I'm aspiring to do real estate investment. I've been doing for 2 or 3 months, coming from the ground up, and wholesaling and rehabbing, and I'm looking to do all the guys.
Welcome, Calvin.
Good morning, all. I'm Charlie Knox. I'm just getting started in wholesale investment. I'm here. It's my first time being in the group, so hopefully I'll meet somebody and we can move from there. So, again, I'm just getting started.
Now, Terry, you looking for a wholesaler or a date? All right, go ahead.
Anyway, how you doing, everyone? My name is Clyde. I'm a wholesaler. Primarily in the county. I do all my deals in the county. I started coming to this meeting a while ago, and it got me. I was looking into investing. Was afraid to do it, but after these guys, it got me to pull the trigger. I got 2 properties. One I'm renting out, and the other one my wife and I living in, we're fixing it up. So it really was the mindset. It got me thinking differently. That's got me pulling the trigger. I went through some things, but actually these meetings help. They really help you to keep going.
So one of the properties you've got under contract you're living in, you're actually fixing up and living
Right.
there?
Yeah.
You know, there's a tax credit. When you buy a property and you live in it, especially if it's an investor. I know investors that actually do this strategy. They buy the property, they live in it 2 out of the last 5 years. When you sell the property, I believe it's $250,000 of the total gross income of it is tax-free.
No, 500,000.
Oh, as a couple.
As a couple.
As a couple is 500. As a single person is 250. So that's huge. And that's a big strategy. Buying a property, fixing it up, living there 2 out of the 5 years, and take that tax credit.
Great, thank you. One thing I want to add to what he just stated was that about the mindset and what it took for you to pull the trigger. That's one thing that you'll get in coming to these meetings right here. At the end of the day, what it all boils down to actually is the mindset. We'll talk about it a little bit later on. But that is truly the basic fundamental building blocks for this business to be successful. No matter what it is that you're doing, whether it's wholesaling, renovating, buying gold, at the end of the day, the foundation is pulling the trigger and having a support group that will help you do crack. The crack will happen. The only difference is how we respond to it. That's what we're going to give you options.
Hi, my name is Anthony Kernick. I'm doing wholesaling. Been in it about 2 months. Worked with my partner Clive here. What got me into this business was a love of real estate. I actually had my real estate license before when I lived in New York, but that was some years ago. But it's always been, one of those passions of mine. I actually come from the IT industry, but once I lost my job for the second time in 2 years, I said, okay, this isn't it. And I would say that if it wasn't for the Most High, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I would not be where I am today, which is as positive thinking as I am about the close on my first property. And I say that because I found it, I did the hard work, I prayed over it, and it's about to come to fruition. I'm declaring it to you. I'm telling you now, it can happen. So just put your work in, and it will happen. And I hope to come back next month and tell you about the deal and how I flipped it and made $100K. You understand what I'm saying? I'm looking as a wholesaler to find some folks who are in the buy and hold landlord, because I want to be able, I'm trying to build that buyers list so I can get these properties out to you guys. My goal is to be a full-service wholesaler, so I'm getting contacts with lenders and title companies and all that. So if, for whatever reason, you don't have those resources, I can provide them to you. And again, working with my partner, it makes it that much easier. So when we come to functions like this or RIA meetings, you know, he works this side of the room and I work that side of the room. What did you get? We put these resources together, and now we're going to help each other succeed, you know, and that's what this is about, working together. So I want to say thank you for having me and hearing me speak, and have a good weekend.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Bobby, and I'm currently training to run a full marathon, so I'm always eating. And when the gentleman over here asked me for my snacks, the answer was no, and it's still no. I actually have to leave here later on and start running again. But in any case, I'm not interested in real estate investment. I saw this Meetup through Meetup.com, I think it was. And I'm here because I'm selling my home. And, you know, come. I'm selling my home. It's 8 years old. I'm the first owner. Where is it? Baltimore City. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Keep it up. I'm selling my home and asking for $125. It's not a lot of money because I honestly don't need a lot of money. And I understand. Okay. I understand how the market is going right now, and I think that I'm being very reasonable. It's a townhome. It has 3 bedrooms, a basement, gas furnace, gas kitchen. Anyway, I'm the first one. It's just me. I have no pets. I have no kids. I have no husband. It's just me. I hardly use the other 2 bedrooms, so it's basically brand new.
Is it listed with an agent right now?
No. Okay. I don't want to do that.
Gotcha. Awesome.
You guys can just buy my home.
Okay.
And we can let it up. Huh? Yeehaw. Okay.
Now, there's nothing wrong with real estate agents, guys. I'm
cheap.
I wouldn't say you're cheap. I wouldn't say you're cheap. I wouldn't say, and in certain markets, in certain conditions, it may be the best way to sell your property. But it's not always the best way every time. Because agents do serve a purpose. And I can't believe I'm saying this. But they actually do serve a purpose. I've sold a lot of houses using agents as a catalyst to sell. But they are a great purpose, and especially if you have one that knows exactly what they're doing, knowing the market and so on. So it is another option to sell on your own or to sell with an agent. Thanks for coming. And then give them the agent the information after giving you as far as the address.
Hello, my name is Ramar. Actually, I'm taking the first step in just learning about real estate investment. This is my first meeting. Just last week, I was just online looking for stuff. So I'm here to learn.
So how did you find us?
Meetup.com. So you will be seeing me again. Hope that will meet everyone at some point and work with everyone at some point. But thank you, and I'm looking forward to the information that you learned.
Well.
Hello, I am Kelly Albert. I'm a real estate agent and investor as well. So I'm just getting started as well, marketing.
Welcome, Kelly.
Good morning. My name is Corey. This is my wife, Deidre. It's our first time here. I'm a Baltimore City firefighter. She's a bank manager. We're just getting into real estate. We're looking at wholesale, buy some HUD properties, meet and greet everybody here. Yeah, the HUD man over there. Meet you there. Yes, sir. So we just, like I said, we just getting started. We want to learn information. We found just meeting on Meetup.com, and we welcome anybody who's interested in doing business.
Welcome, Corey.
Hello, I'm Marge McGarry. This is my second meeting here. Frankly, Beverly, I had a long stop story last time, but things are a little better.
Corey. But you have new clients. I'm sure you have tears going on.
I was experienced that.
Yes.
I am being laid off December 28th. That's settled. Get over it. So I now have a business.
No, you're not getting laid off. You've already started a new opportunity.
That's exactly it. This is my retirement business, where I'm going to make my mark. So I started my company. It's a rehab company, New Again Homes. I'm going to take my retirement money out and roll it into some kind of investment, like a IRA, LLC, or something where I can use that money to do real estate investment and rehab homes. Right now I'm looking for leads on contractors and private or hard money lenders. And hopefully January 1st, when I start my new life, I'll be ready to hit the ground running and buy and rehab some houses.
Hello, my name is Jason Miller. This is my second meeting here. I'm a wholesaler, and the main reason I'm here is trying to find other wholesalers and other buyers for my projects.
Welcome, Jason.
Jeffrey Grow, I'm a wholesaler, and I came here to find people that I can joint venture with.
Hi, Joe.
My name is Devinder. I'm desperately looking to start off as an investor.
Welcome.
I specialize in project management. I'm the back office girl pretty much. I worked with people years ago. So I'm here to network and see if anybody needs help with their business.
Welcome, Kawhi.
Hi, I'm Lori. I'm actually an accountant by day, but I'm actually looking into getting into wholesaling. And I'm here to learn as much as possible and to get motivated.
You're in the right place.
Hi, I'm Pam. I'm an active, experienced bird dog. My phone number is 301-233-8975. I want to find the perfect property for you and sell it to you. Assign it to you.
My name is Linda Adams. I'm also known as the Clean Credit Queen. Say that 3 times. Good luck. And I'm here to help you with your credit. I'm not a credit repair person. I'm a credit educator. So I'm teaching you to fish, not getting you to fish. So if you need help improving your credit, either business or personal, you may call.
My name is Martha. This is my 3rd time here. I just decided that the direction I'm going is wholesaling. So we need to get other wholesalers start off, and work up.
Well,
my name is Hugh Barnett, and Martha told me about this meeting.
so she's ready.
I just see it as an opportunity to get as much information as possible to basically drive on, and I just see, as far as limitations, fear is only information. So basically, I'm just here to get as much information as possible.
Welcome. All right.
I'm Marty Saunders. First of all, I'm not a wholesaler. I'm looking for you guys to call me because I'm a rehabber. And I love to take and look at everything you have, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Harford County, any county really, but more toward the Harford County side. So I am a broker for Advanced Realty. I'm also affiliated with a builder. He was supposed to be here today, but one of his buyers had to see him today. We do modular homes. I'm also looking for investors. I'm also looking for a joint venture. We've got a project up in Havre de Grace. We're trying to find someone to work with us either as a joint venture or hard money lender or whatever. With most of your modular homes, they're about 15% cheaper than stick built. So, and I'm looking for grants. Thank you.
My name's Roy Rada, and following that lady's lead, you said by day or what, and by night or what? By day I'm a professor, and by night I'm a private money lender.
Hi, I'm Linda Culey. I rehab houses. I sell them. I don't hold anything, and I've been doing this full time for about 3 years.
Welcome, Linda.
Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Paulette Bartos. I'm also just getting started. I'm looking for rehab opportunities, and I heard about your group from Alan Cheney's Meetup group.
Alan's a very, very much a visitor for us.
I'm Jackie Ferguson. I'm with Frog Real Estate Solutions. I've been doing real estate investing part-time for about 2 years, jumping ahead. We started out in the Flint, Michigan market, which is not a really friendly place to be. So we're just finishing up our first rehab in this area and looking to close this week.
Congratulations. Steve.
My name is Steve Moray. I am the local insurance agent concentrating in everything having to do with rental real estate here in town. You're about to find out the hard way that not all insurance products are created equal. In the back, I have a builder's risk flyer that we use. Mine comes with water damage. Most do not. We'll get a lot of calls, unfortunately, about that for the next few days. You do get what you pay for, and you need somebody that understands it. I have another flyer out there that we introduced at the last RIA meeting. If you're a landlord, you own rental properties, it's called Rent Protect. It's the newest, hottest thing on the market where your tenant moves out, abandons the place, just stops paying you. Kenny can tell you the eviction process takes 3 to 4 months. We will guarantee your rent, and you'll get paid. It's a fully insured product. It's a great product. It's the newest, hottest thing on the market. But if you're a landlord, can you really afford to be out 3, 4, 5, 6 months in rent through this whole process? For $250, you could have bought this product and didn't pay me. If you're a wholesaler, today is your lucky day. One of my very large clients with over 100 properties is selling off a chunk of his portfolio, as he's a tax sale investor and he's got 40 more coming on. My cards are in the back. Email me. I will happily pass your name on. He will not sign an exclusive, but if you're a wholesaler and looking for properties, I can certainly get you a list of 30, 40, 50 properties to go out and happily bird dog and be paid.
So let me get this right. He has 30, 40, 50 properties that he'll let any of the wholesalers put underneath of a contract to market.
Absolutely. But he will not give you an exclusive.
Which, you know what that means? As far as not getting an exclusive on a property, that means that the first person comes with a qualified buyer,
it's gone.
It's gone. So you'll be in competition with other wholesalers, but he has 30, 40 properties that you can use right now, after the meeting, to build up your properties if you have no properties to wholesale. I like to call Steve the insurance guy of the stars, because everybody here around town uses Steve. He's been around for a while. He's been a staunch supporter of the Real Deal meeting from the beginning of it, and he's been one of our sponsors for the longest while. So Steve knows exactly what he's doing. Next person.
Hi, my name is Renee Fier, and I am a wholesaler in the area, Baltimore City, Baltimore County. So if you're a buyer, give me your card, let me know what you're looking for, and I will just start about properties on the counter for you.
Perfect. Next.
Hi, my name is Sriram Chalapa. I came to know about this group through Meetup.com. I'm new to real estate. I'm here to learn every aspect of the real estate business, starting from agency, lending, brokerage, wholesale. My ears are open. I'm just here to get to know the various aspects of the business, and hopefully sometime down the road I will have some product for useful for every one of us. Thank you.
Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Uncle Andy. If none of you have got an Uncle Andy, you can adopt me. One of the things that I hear from a few of you is you want to learn as much as you can. I have a website, www.realestateauctionagent.com, that if you go there, I have courses that will teach you how the auction business functions, and will give you an understanding of what it is that you will encounter when you come into an auction situation. That's realestateauctionagent.com. Now, we also have several properties that we are selling online. We had an auction last week where we had 16 properties in West Baltimore, where there are now, I believe, 7 or 8 of them still available, and they are online, and you can bid online for those properties. Now, coming up this Tuesday, I have a property on Augusta Avenue. Please take the brochure or my business card, because if the hurricane comes through, I will either tell you it's on or it's not on. And it's going to be at 1252 North Augusta Avenue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle Andy.
Hi, my name is Jen Jones. I'm an active wholesaler. I focus mostly in Baltimore City. Spend a lot of time combing through neighborhoods, looking for those empty houses to wholesale. I currently have 2 properties that I'm working on. One in the Douglas area. This is a rental. And I have another one on near Patterson Park, which is a rehab, working as a rehab. So if you're interested, I'll meet you after you.
Welcome, Jim.
Yes, my name is Brian Shanklin. I'm a real estate investor, developer, develop properties to their highest and best use, turning apartment buildings into condos, creating mixed-use buildings, and also doing different types of government programs in houses. So if you need any of those services, and also project manage and also mentor.
Welcome, Brian. Bob.
Yeah, I'm Bob Maxwell. I'm an agent with Keller Williams. Work with investors, buyers, retail, wholesale buyers, sellers, whatever. And I work Prince George's, Montgomery, and DC.
Welcome, Bob.
For those of you who know me, for those who don't, Kenneth McGills, I've been doing this for a little while, about 8 years. I have been very successful in terms of wholesaling. I have made well over 6 figures a year doing that. Renovation, tenant placement, pretty much remained it. Now my focus has been on assisted living. Assisted living has brought me more income than I've made doing anything. Literally, we're talking over $30,000 every month, easily. What I do is share what it is I do. One thing that I've done, I've helped and worked with well over 1,000 different investors, but I'm approaching a change, and what I'm doing in this new change that I'm doing is I've started to notice something different from those who have been very successful and those who have had more challenges. And that is this. Fundamentally, if you're in wholesaling, if you're in fix and flip, if you're in buy and hold, tenant placement, what do all those have in common?
Making money.
Making money, and then to make money, you have to have a successful what?
Plan.
A business. A successful business. Fundamentally, it all boils down to business. I've seen so many investors who have done wholesaling or fix and flip, they just jump and say, hey, I'm a wholesaler. I gotta tell you, I really wouldn't, I start off with, hey, I'm an investor who has a focus in wholesale. Because at the end of the day, if you identify yourself with a type of investing, what you'll find is that it's the same thing as identifying yourself with a type of garment. Like you say, hey, I'm a winter jacket. Winter jackets are great in December and January, but how are they in the summertime? They suck, right? They do. So the reason is because things change. The market changes. So if you're an investor first, you can notice the difference when the market changes and you can adjust what you do. You don't want to marry a particular type of investing. You want to marry investing yourself and do what works for you, where you're currently at in life, and what works. So one thing that I'm doing now is I'm going to start educating and focusing on business as well as mental development for this. This is the fundamental key to be successful in real estate. Because if you build real estate on a shaky business foundation, it will crumble. At the end of the day, it will crumble. And if you follow what we're going to share out, I can assure you, you will achieve success.
And my name is Charles Blair, and I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, my name is Charles Blair. I've been investing for about 20 plus years. Done everything from wholesaling, rehabbing, commercial investing. At one time, we were the largest minority owners of apartment buildings in downtown Baltimore until I sold my percentage out to my partners. Currently, I have a real estate investment company and a marketing company. I've worked with pretty much all the major investors here in town, helping them develop marketing plans, mobile marketing plans, website development, autoresponder, short sales, any type of strategy you name, we've pretty much done. My company Page One Success is pretty much done. For the most part, I'm usually speaking around the country on various subjects. In fact, next month I'll be in Tampa I'm invited by Google to speak at a summit on YouTube marketing. If any of you guys happen to be in Tampa on the 16th, come check me out. So I do a lot of education, and I do a lot of marketing, working with beginning investors and companies as a whole. And one of the things that Kenny and I have in common is the desire to help each and every one of you be successful. We've been there, done that, made mistakes, but made a lot of money. Now, the key to making a lot of money is being able to enjoy it and have a lifestyle in which you and your family is financial and medically safe. Because that's all that matters, is your life and your legacy. So our legacy is coming here on the weekends and educating, not charging a dime for anything that we talk about. And that's the key. That's what the real deal is all about. It's the good, the bad, and the ugly of real estate investing. And you will hear stories about some of the nightmares of dealing with contractors when they have drug addicts and drug issues. And you'll hear stories about some of the success of making 5 and 6 figures on one real estate deal. But that's what the real deal is about. Real deal investing. We call all the individuals that come to the meeting and come to the meetup as our real dealers. Because that's what you are in this community of real estate professionals. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. From taking a measurement of all the individuals and all the different professions that are here, we have investors who are wholesale. We have property managers. We have hard money lenders. We have insurance brokers. We have real estate brokers, real estate agents, homeowners who are selling properties. We have it all in this room, which means the synergy and the union of us working together is there. So the networking aspect of this group is extremely important because I've heard stories from many of the individuals in this room talking about what happened after the meeting, prior to the meeting, or working with one of us on transactions and stuff. And Kenneth and I do work with individuals in the room on our businesses. I work with a lot of people with their marketing. Kenneth works with a lot of people with assisted living, and we do a lot of education with this. This is our way of giving back. And one of the things I want to touch on this morning is last month we had a series that talked about what kept you up at night. And what we meant by that was, as an investor or a real estate professional, what made you say, man, if I could only solve this problem, I could be one step closer to my golden goose that lays that golden egg. And we're going to continue on that realm as well as business development that Kenneth is going to talk to you guys about, which is the foundation for your success as an investor. Ready to start?
Yeah, sure. Not doubt.
You, my friend.
Okay, well, what I first mention is this has been a pretty good year so far. We've had crab feast, a lot of water. I know we spent I don't know how much it was in crab, but it was a lot to spend on crab. We did bus tours to go look at properties that we did renovations on. We had a cake for a birthday celebration, which we had over 1,000 members. So we've done a lot this year and been very profitable. What we want to do is help all of us get the focus for next year. One thing that investors are doing right now in the game are setting themselves up for 2013. Setting themselves up, what are you doing? What are you planning to do? One thing that I've noticed where a lot of investors fall, a lot of people have situations at is where you got to pardon my drawing here, but these are 2 boats, okay? Now, the majority of people, this is the biggest challenge, the majority. When I say majority, I mean at least 90, 95%. And with me building and working in elderly care, I begin to notice what happens that last part of life. I've worked with more people that passed away in the last few years than normally because I'm working in elderly care. And I started to notice something. And what I noticed is this, that the majority, and this has been proven, 99.5% of people do not have a life purpose. And they end up like this. When you have a ship, and that ship has no one steering it, what's going to happen to it sooner or later? It's going to crash. And if you ask the majority of people, what is your ambition? What is your purpose? The majority don't know. Now that purpose and ambition can be a school teacher, it could be a garbage man, it could be anything. But having that ambition or that purpose is what is missing. And when you say, hey, what are you doing? Why do you even get up? Why are you getting up on Monday? Why do you go into some place that you hate, that gives you a knot in your stomach, that you just loathe? that you get there, you would like to get there 4 hours late and leave 4 hours early and never have to show up. You would like ideally for that to happen. But why do you continue to do that right there? Why are you going through that whole motion all the way to the day you die? Why?
And one of the reasons why a lot of us say, here's why, because we have to live, we have to survive, we have to take care of our families. But are you doing more good or more harm?
Exactly. What is it that you're doing? At the end of the day, there was this analogy that was brought to my attention. If I asked anyone in here to pick up a 70-pound weight right now and start running, you're pretty big guy. So if I gave you a 70-pound weight and said, pick a 70-pound weight up right now and start running, would you pick it up and start running? Chances are you wouldn't, because you're like, why am I picking this up? Or why am I going to start running with it, right? But if I said this 70-pound weight happened to be your child, your loved one, and it was just bitten by a snake, and a hospital was a mile away, would you pick your child up and start running? Exactly, there's a purpose. That's what it goes in life. See, that's the reason why many people never get their business kicked off, because they don't have a real purpose. They don't have a real reason. And that reason that you have to be so strong that it's going to make you do things when life tells you not to. See, so what happened is when you step up and you want to start your business and investing and you want to get there and do this, life is going to make you earn it. Life is going to step up too, and life is going to hit you square in the jaw. And when it does, what's going to get you up? Your purpose. And many times individuals lost their purpose. Everyone I've known that's been successful, Charles and I, we were doing business deals and we had the same office at the beginning, always had their purpose written down somewhere near them. They can keep it close to them. Is your purpose written down? What does you want to do? You need to mention how you had your purpose and how it come to fruition. And you declared it. That is the foundation for how you become successful in this business, no matter what it is that you're doing in real estate investing. Having your purpose, surrounding yourself with people who do things at a higher rate than you currently do, that make you feel uncomfortable. You have to feel uncomfortable. If you don't feel uncomfortable, you're not going to grow. Matter of fact, you have to feel comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is the only way you will grow. Hands down. You follow me with this video?
And think about this, guys. Your motivation could be predicated by a lot of different things. It could be money. It could be family security. It could be this. It could be that. The key is it strong enough to make you go that extra mile? And if it's not, there's a very good chance the first hurdle that comes in your path, you're going to give up.
So take, for example, coming in here this morning. She said, hey, I want to come here. I want to sell a house. It was rough. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, many people, there's over 1,000 people on the email list, and we don't see over 1,000 people in this room, do we? No, we don't. But everybody that's sitting here in this room is here for a reason and a purpose. They had that same challenge, and they met that challenge and overcame that challenge, and they're here. You say, hey, I want to have a house to sell. Ask them, you show what? You say, hey, I want to wholesale properties. Steve said I got 30 to 40. I'm looking for money. There you go. I mean, come on now. It can't get any better than this.
Any easier.
Any easier than this. Would you not agree? At the end of the day, what it all boils down to is your desire and your want. Your want and your need has to be stronger than any adversity that comes before you, because you're going to have it. You would have adversity when it comes to wholesaling, but there's nothing that there's no easy way to make it in real estate. There is no, as Charles always say, magic red pill to swallow. There is none of that. That is a joke. That is a myth. That's when somebody wants to get you to buy something pretty quick. It doesn't work that way. But then what's the other alternative? To be 80 years old saying, I wish I did this. There was a gentleman who passed away a few months ago, and I was coming up to the house, and I saw him, and I said, hey, how's it going? He said, they're sitting here waiting to die. I said, whoa, buddy. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Don't say that, man. He said, no, I am. I said, why you say that, man? He said, this is exactly what he said. He said, I can have a great idea right now, but who cares? I'm an old man sitting on the porch. Family doesn't come to see me, no one comes to talk to me. What good? Anything I could have done, I would have already had to have done it. Right now I'm waiting to die. Tell you what, that really bothered me and touched me. Because what I said is, I do not want to be that person, that man that's sitting there having great ideas and nothing to do with it. Now is your time to just let it all out. Fail. Fail your way to the top. Charles and I have made more mistakes than you can put together. So you learn from our mistakes so you don't have to make it.
We used to have hair.
Long flowing hair. Exactly. So what we are here to do is for all of us as a group to share what our experiences are, what our challenges are, and what works.
Who's brave enough to stand up and tell us what your purpose is? Just 3 of you, 2 or 3 of you. Stand up and tell us what your purpose is.
My purpose is, we just had a baby 2 months ago, so my purpose is I want to be able to stay home with her. And I'm supposed to be going to go back to work in about a week. He has off to the end of the year, so that's my purpose. Bring that show up. Don't have to do it anymore.
Take care of your family.
A new legacy for my family.
Congratulations. Who else?
I've been in corporate wellness for 25 years, and I connected that with real estate because I want people to be financially and emotionally well. So we want to provide houses that help them to feel good about being in there and to help them to be able to do that financially.
And that's a huge drive. To have that as a purpose, as a drive to help others, that can move mountains. Who else?
My purpose is, I have 4 daughters. My older daughter is 14. They got babies in there. They want big things. And I've always been able to, get to them. So, my purpose is to make sure that they are coming up, that they don't want to, they know I'm always there for them. I need to tell them, they keep me going. My purpose is to make sure that I can keep going forward. So.
Providing for your family. Anyone else?
Mine is, first of all, I want to be debt free. I want to be debt free, and I want, my son said something to me one time when I told him he can fulfill his dream. Anything that's on his heart, he can do it and be successful at it. And he came back later and asked me, he said, yeah, you doing your thing. I told him, no. He asked me why. I still didn't answer. So I have to get back to you on that. And the truth is I didn't believe. I'm telling him one thing, but I didn't believe it for myself. And I always told him you can do whatever is on your heart to do. And I want to not only be debt free, but even my family and friends to be debt free. And to live the life that God has called me to. And in order for me to have my friends do that, and my community do that, help them do that, I got to do it myself. And I want my sons to believe it, not because I say it, but because I do it.
Write that down. Write it down. Believe me. Write it down. When I first got into real estate investing, my biggest thing was not being able to provide for my kids. There was just no way I was going to happen. So I was like so nervous when I got into investing that I was going to quit my job that I wouldn't be able to provide for my kids. I got divorced and so I was going separate ways. I found that letter the other day that I wrote it down, and there was no type of feeling of joy that I felt inside to know that there had never been a month that I couldn't pay my support. There's never been a month that I couldn't give them anything they didn't want. For me, it's never, they say you have to pay a certain amount, but to me, that's the minimum. Life should be lived in abundance. So there can be whatever you want, what you get, you just have to give something for it. So since I've been investing, there has never been anything my kids ever asked for that I could not provide for them at all. But that didn't seem possible when I first started. And that makes you feel alive. That makes you feel like you can do this from here. And when you know you can do that, you can do anything. When a gentleman said it's only an illusion about fear, it is true. That illusion wants to take root and hold in your mind. The hardest thing that I've learned is being an investor. The hardest thing is to control your own thoughts in your mind, because you never realize that you lost control until it's too late. Until you find yourself into a situation and say, how did I get here? There's no alarm to say, hey, you're thinking the wrong thought. You have 60,000 different thoughts a day as a person. We all do. The only thing that separates us is what 60,000 thoughts we have. That's the only difference. Which ones? And there's nothing or no one to come and tell you that you're thinking the wrong one. What we thought yesterday, we don't wear here today. At the end of the day. Fundamentally, that's it. You change your thoughts, change your reality. Write that down, let that be your motivator. All y'all write your purpose down and let that motivate you and guide you for whatever it is that you do in business. These are fundamental to what we do, and we work with individuals who have made tens of millions. When I first started,
before we go into that, I'm going to give him a segue. I'm going to give him a segue to that. I'm you guys in the audience. Kenny, you standing up there, I mean, you must have been out there with a silver spoon in your mouth. What happened to you?
Now, Charles is bringing that up for one reason. In our early real deal meeting, someone said that, and I literally lost him. Pardon my French, but I just went ape shit. The reason why I lost it was because in high school I was homeless, slept in a laundromat, slept in the backseat of cars. I had less than nothing. I went to the military, put myself through, got out, lost it all again, and was living in a crack house. Don't tell me it can't be done. If I was in this room and everybody in the room was doing crack, and there but me, I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta figure this out. At the end of the day, you can do it, but you have to believe in yourself and can't accept anybody else's reality for yours. You have to know at the end of the day that you can do it because you own it. Can't anybody take away anything that's yours, right? If they take it away, then it wasn't yours to begin with. Would you not agree? So own what you wrote down and claim it. You can get it.
So start off this meeting with your purpose. When you leave today, define and have a clear purpose for your success. If you make that a eat, sleep, drink mentality, you will be successful. If you make it as something that you definitely, positively, absolutely have to have, you will be successful. And I tell everybody in front of the room when I'm speaking with them, you don't have to love real estate to be successful. But you have to have a love for your purpose to apply your knowledge and apply the education that you gain in real estate to be successful. Because I know there's a lot of investors that don't love real estate and making a lot of money. But you don't have to love it to be successful.
Yeah, you don't have to love your car to get to here.
Right.
Real estate is just a vehicle. You can want another car. Real estate is nothing more than a vehicle. That's why I mentioned earlier, do not do what you wish. But I'm saying, let you know, from talking to over 1,000 and working with thousands of individuals, don't identify yourself with a particular brand. Like, don't identify yourself with your car. You may want another car, but your car got you here, so it did its purpose. In real estate investing, there's a purpose you want to go. And many investors end up getting into real estate investing and realize later on that their purpose wasn't to do a deal, but then they stuck, and that's all they're doing are deals, but they can't stop because they stop doing deals, they don't make any money. So what they did was create another job. So the key is to understand what is your ultimate purpose and use real estate as a vehicle to get you from where you're at to where you want to be.
I'll give you an example. One of my past clients, when I used to work with an educator, Marcel Humphrey, started out as a wholesaler. Now he's out there as an educator and also doing wholesaling all around the country. The purpose and the business model begin from one step, and it evolved as the market and as the certain circumstances made them decide, here's what I need to do now. Kenneth started out wholesaling, started doing rehab, doing tenant placement, full circle, assisted living. So as a wholesaler, you may be a wholesaler now, but always build extra tools once you become the master of that strategy. Because if you don't have extra tools, what happens when you only have one tool and that tool breaks? you're stuck. So you always have to be adding more tools. There's nothing wrong with being an expert at wholesaling, but also add more tools because there's so many different profit centers in wholesaling. There's so many different profit centers there. Because you can't wholesale a deal, don't mean you can't make money. You can sell a deal that you can't do to somebody that does rent to own. You can sell a deal that you can't do to somebody that does tenant placement. You can sell a deal that you can't do to a lender. There's so many ways in which you can make money, but because you only have one narrow mix, you're only able to do one thing. Think outside the box.
Also understanding, even though you're doing wholesaling, why you're doing wholesaling, and as your needs change, so will your technique change. If you're looking for immediate cash, wholesaling works great for that. But after you make a certain amount, also understand that you have the foundation, which is business. And that business foundation was going to allow you to transition in the other areas and other aspects of real estate investing. Unless you have that foundation of business and transition, there is no transition. When you're doing a type of investing, and the type of investing means that as long as you do it, you get a check. Such as if you start wholesaling, do you still get a check? No. If you start renovating, you still get a check? No. That's because that's another job. There's nothing wrong with it, that's a job. But you have to understand business and make it into a business so that when you stop, you still get paid. That's what a business does. When you go on vacation, you don't want your business to go on vacation with you, do you? That means it ain't making any money back here in Baltimore if you're on vacation with you. So you're going to want to figure out ways to incorporate a business in that. And business, that has to be the foundation for whatever it is you do. Read business books. The E-Myth is a great book to read and to understand.
What's it called?
The E-Myth.
The E-Myth.
The E-Myth is one of Ken's favorites, and one of mine is the 4-hour work week.
The reason why I like the E-Myth is I applied that into wholesaling. Charles can show you about the 4-hour work week. I like the E-Myth because the E-Myth was the foundation of how they used to build McDonald's, how they expand, how do you take your job, break it down into 10 steps, and hire an individual to do each one of those steps. Those right there is the reason why, using a business principle and foundation is the reason why I'm on the track to be a millionaire again in real estate, but this time in a way that it comes to me residually, not in a way that I have to keep doing another deal because I've been managing assisted living homes. No one said, hey, this is a course on assisted living homes. They had to figure this out, but they used the business principles of tenant placement, of buying hold, of renovations, of wholesaling, and put all those together and understanding people. Basically, this is boiled down to people. Understanding people, understanding how to listen to business principles, and then I was able to get into a market where I began to notice supply and demand. The demand was great, the supply is little. When you understand like that, you say, okay, how do I position myself in situations to where I become more valuable? Such as going here and meeting the wholesalers. Now, what I would do in understanding putting myself in position to make more valuable is getting a list of properties that he has, then going to a hard money lender and asking, hey, who do you have that you lend money to that are looking for projects? You know what hard money lenders are? People who lend money to contractors. So the hard money lender look at his list of 40 properties and say, hey, I would lend on this neighborhood, this one, this one, this one. You got 10 that he would lend on. And hey, who in your group do you would lend this to? I would lend this to this rehabber, this rehabber, this rehabber. And just that quick, I was able to do like 10 deals in relationships like that and make a killing. Instead of just doing it one at a time and going check out this one, check out that one, put yourself in places where the numbers work for your benefit. That's applying business principles to everyday life in real estate.
Another strategy. He has 40 plus properties wholesale deals. Take those 40 properties, send them out to a list of people who you know are investors. How do you find that list? One website, Go Section 8. Go Section 8 gives you the actual telephone numbers of landlords that are actually landlording, that are actually out there renting properties. So you send that person who is on Go Section 8 either an email or a text message.
Go Section 8?
GoSection8.com. Another way, take that to another aspect. Go to Craigslist. A lot of the Craigslist ads has telephone numbers in them from real estate investors.